What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Today we're going to be talking about what Roddy needs to do with Feed the Streets 3. Before we do start, I'm aware that 47% of the people that watch these videos aren't subscribed, so if you're new here, drop a sub. It'd help out the channel a lot, and with that being said, let's get started. Roddy confirmed he's going to be dropping Feed the Streets 3 like a day or two ago at the time I'm making this video. He confirmed that the release date will be November 18th, and he says in the caption, "My gift to you." And I just want to say, this artwork looks really dope. I think you can see Kifa on here, who's Roddy's manager, and having an artwork set up like this for Feed the Streets, that's honestly a dope concept. That's a major W alone. But something I've obviously noticed and talked about on the channel is Roddy is having a lot of hate lately, whether it's him kicking a fan at a concert or Live Life Fast flopping. It seems like Roddy is on the edge of quote unquote falling off, or people are saying that he fell off, even if he hasn't numbers wise. And that's the main thing we're gonna look at, because I've noticed a lot of comments on this post say stuff like, "If that shit whack, you done for real, this your last chance, bud." Roddy also announced the album on Twitter, and I've seen a lot of replies saying stuff like that as well. And while I don't think what people are saying on Instagram and Twitter necessarily means you fell off, I do think a majority of people's perception of Roddy right now is he got mid or fell off. Roddy has stated himself that Live Life Fast isn't a good project. It's the worst thing he's dropped, and I agree with that. I do like songs on there though, stuff like No Way and Man Made. Those are honestly some of my favorite Roddy songs that I'm still listening to today, but I do agree that Please Excuse Me and the other Feed the Street mixtapes are way better than what Live Life Fast was. So what Roddy needs to prove with Feed the Streets 3, and you could disagree and think maybe he doesn't need to prove anything. I'm a huge fan of Roddy. He's probably in my top 3 artists still dropping music. So for me, I'm gonna listen to Feed the Streets 3 and probably like it. I've been a fan of a lot of the singles leading up to the project, but I would say if Roddy wants to turn around the kind of mainstream view he's been getting on him at the moment of falling off, Feed the Streets 3 just needs to be fire. It needs to be that old Roddy that we all want to hear pretty much. Even me, somebody that enjoyed Live Life Fast, I definitely want to hear this old Roddy back, the Feed the Streets Roddy. Roddy has already said that Feed the Streets 3 is going to consist of music that his fans want to hear from him. He's aware that people think Live Life Fast was mid, obviously. He's acknowledged that himself, and it sounds like he wants to just go back to this style of music, at least for this project. And I have to say, even after watching the music video for Aston Martin Truck, just the vibe and the style of this music video looks almost identical to something like Down Below or just a Feed the Streets 2 type music video. I would honestly say the same for a lot of the stuff Roddy's been dropping, like Stop Breathing, Aston Martin Truck, and Ghetto Superstar. Those I believe are the 3 singles to Feed the Streets 3, and I have to say that's already better than Live Life Fast. I'm not a huge fan of Ghetto Superstar with Herbo and Doughboy. I just don't really like the way Roddy has like a voice crack in the hook of the song. It's been out just a little over a month and is almost at 10 million streams on Spotify. Stop Breathing, which is one of my favorite songs Roddy's dropped in a minute, already has over 10 mil. And the newest song they just dropped this last Friday, which is my favorite song Roddy's dropped this year, Aston Martin Truck, is already on its way to 2 mil, and Roddy is still chilling with over 20 million monthly listeners. So I definitely don't think he has a lot to worry about Feed the Streets actually flopping numbers wise, because he does still have a major label. It's going to make sure he gets promotion and pushing. And if you remember the big 3, Real Talk honestly did really good off of this. So I think that Feed the Streets 3 is going to perform good numbers wise. It's really just going to come down to Roddy needing to perform on his end, which if you've been listening to all the singles, like I said, Stop Breathing, Aston Martin Truck, even Ghetto Superstar, those sound like Feed the Streets Roddy to me. It doesn't sound anything like what he's trying to do on the big 3 or Live Life Fast, with just that different production on it. I seriously don't think Roddy would even be in this situation if 1, Live Life Fast was just a different album that was obviously fire, or 2, we just didn't have the long wait for Live Life Fast. I think Roddy kind of got an ego going after Please Excuse Me in the box, and everything he had done up to that point in his career was basically just going up. It was all positive stuff. He had never really had a major setback like an album not going #1, not selling good first week, and everyone calling it mid. Live Life Fast was honestly, I feel like, a wake-up call to Roddy that he's not the hottest artist in the world, and he needs to still consistently release good music in order to stay on top. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are excited for Feed the Streets 3. Like I've already said, I'm a huge fan of Roddy. I'm probably gonna like it regardless of what everybody else says. I mean, that's how I feel about Live Life Fast, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.